I'm going to ask you an outrageous question today. What if the fact that you can't sleep, you can't eat, and you feel like an elephant is sitting on your chest due to anxiety isn't a sign of your weakness, but it's actually a sign that your system is working exactly as it's supposed to work? Welcome to the Brilliant Life Podcast. I'm Mike Moulton. And if you feel like you're losing your mind right now, and if you're questioning your sanity, your masculinity, your future due to infidelity, betrayal, loss of relationship, divorce, anxiety about the future, I need you to listen to this. You aren't crazy. Your system is just at a break, and you need to fix the break. Let's get to work.
They told you it was over, said you never survive. But the dead man walking is fully alive. No one is coming to save you, so sharpen the knife. Turn up the podcast, welcome to the brilliant life. Don't let them tell you your story's been spun. Your chapter's not closed, your battle's not done. Every scar's a lesson, every fall a rise. Look them in the eyes, see the fire in your eyes. This is the anthem, the beat of the brave. From the ashes we rise, from the darkness we save. No more silence, no more fear, no more lies. Welcome to the brilliant life where the spirit never dies. Where the spirit never dies.
First, I want to provide you with a little bit of context to understand why I crashed so hard emotionally, physically, and spiritually due to the infidelity in my life. You have to understand where I was standing when the floor dropped out. I wasn't struggling, I was winning. I was at the absolute peak of my game. I had just negotiated a massive new role with a global company, making $40,000 more than I was before. That's not including bonuses. And the morning of the day that I learned about my ex-wife's infidelity, we had sat down with the real estate agents and we were talking about buying a new house. The plan was locked: get a new house, get the kids out of the city, get a bigger home possibly, pay off debt. At that point, I was physically fit, spiritually strong, and I was a leader in my church, actually an ordained deacon. I remember looking at my life one day and thinking, we've made it. The hard work is paid off. God is with us. Then in a single moment, when she admitted to the affair, my entire future felt like it was evaporated. It wasn't just about money or the house. In all honesty, it was about the kids. I grew up in a divorced home. I knew the drill. I knew what it was like to have parents in separate locations. I made a vow to God and to myself that my children would never experience that situation. And suddenly, I was staring at the very thing I swore to protect them from. And I was powerless to stop it. Then came one of the darkest parts that I didn't even expect. The part men don't often talk about when they're at the bar or in the counseling office, but it's the emasculation factor. I didn't just feel sad or mad. I felt gutted as a man, questioning myself in ways I never questioned before. Was I not enough physically? Was there something wrong with me? Am I not satisfying in bed? What does this person have that I don't? Honestly, due to my digging, when I saw the other person and saw they looked nothing like me, it destroyed me even more. It wasn't just anger, it was confusion. It made me question my entire identity. My body couldn't handle the data. Honestly, when I found out about it, I hyperventilated. I physically couldn't catch my breath because it felt like a permanency as death. As a matter of fact, it is a death. Betrayal is a death of a covenant. You can't take it back. And my body reacted like it was a funeral. It was a visceral reaction. But why did my breakers blow like that? Why couldn't I handle it? Let's look at it. My body had such a reaction that I couldn't eat. And when I tried to get out of bed, it felt like I was lifting 500 pounds. Here's the truth. Like a house, my breakers blew. Think about it. If you turn on the dryer, the AC, the microwave, the vacuum all at once, the power cuts out. Why? Is this house broken? No. The breaker trips to save the house from burning down. So my brain was trying to process the loss to my future, to my relationship, my failures, to my vows to my children, the attack on my manhood. It was too much. Too much. I couldn't handle it. My brain unplugged from the system. It's called an amygdala hijack. The brain goes into safe mode to survive a threat. So when it comes to digestion, that takes too much energy. Let's shut it off. So that's why I lost 20 pounds in the first few weeks. Sleep, too dangerous. You need to be alert to these threats. What if a tiger comes? What if something else comes? Shut it off. That's why I'm staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. Logic, out the door. Did things I'd never do. So if you're hyperventilating, if you're feeling anxiety, it's not weakness. It's your body reacting. It thinks there's a tiger on the prowl. The problem is, there's no tiger. It's just the threat was in your living room. And you're not crazy. You're simply trying to survive. And as a Christian, how did I deal with it? Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about God. Where was God in all of this? Was my thinking? And when I was lying in bed, unable to shower, not eating, people mean well, but they don't know what to say in crisis. Give it to Jesus. Pray. Go to church. Oh, I've been through that before. We've all been cheated on to some extent, but I'll be honest with you. I was furious at God. I thought I did everything right. Counseling, prayer, leadership. He still let the wolves in? I didn't want a verse. I wanted justice. Here's what I've discovered over time. God isn't afraid of our rage. Actually, I think he's made provision for it. And there's chapters in the Bible, when you read the Psalms, they're called imprecatory Psalms. These are the prayers where David screams at God. He prays for his enemies to be destroyed, but he also asks God, where are you? If a man who's defined to be after God's own heart can scream at heaven, so can you and so can I. And here's the truth of the gospel. The cross of Jesus Christ absorbs the wrath of God, assuages the wrath of God. I wanted to burn the world down, but God had other plans, because that's what the cross is for. The cross isn't just for our sins. It is the lightning rod that absorbs the wrath of the world. Jesus just didn't die for what we did wrong. He died to absorb the pain of what was done to us. He took betrayals for us. He took the emasculation that we feel, the rage around the losses that we've experienced. This leads me to peace. I used to think that peace simply meant calm. I thought maybe sitting by a quiet stream, going for a walk in the woods, doing devotional time, but that didn't help when I was in a psychological war zone. I needed the biblical definition of peace, which is shalom. Shalom isn't just the absence of noise. Shalom means the destruction of chaos. It means restored order. It means the war is over because the enemy has been crushed. And when the Bible calls Jesus the Prince of Peace, it doesn't mean he's a pacifist. It means he conquers chaos in our lives. And then he establishes the fortress of order. Peace means you're no longer at war with God. You're no longer at war with yourself. You're no longer at war with the other people. You're no longer at war with your past, and you're no longer at war with the future you lost. The amygdala hijack is chaos, and shalom is the authority that says, peace, be still, and the waves actually obey. So, how can we apply this? I want to ask you a couple of questions, 3 of them to be exact. First one, what if your value as a man isn't defined by the actions of others, but by how you stand up after you get hit? 2, what if you stopped trying to be polite with God and actually told him the truth about your anger? You'll find out he can handle it, and he has. And 3, what is one thing you can do right now to stabilize your system? Is it to go on a walk? Maybe hike in the woods and scream at the top of your lungs? Maybe it's chop wood in the backyard or throw eggs at the fence. That's what I did. Took a dozen eggs, threw them at the fence. Drink water, maybe work out. Whatever it is, do it. Give yourself that chance to reset the breaker. Listen, I want to promise you something. There is a version of yourself on the other side of this pain that is stronger, that is wiser, and that is more dangerous than the man you were before. But you have to choose to build him. Now, if you want a guide to help along the way, who knows the path, who's walked the path, I'm here to help. You can go to my website, brilliantlifecollective.com, apply for one-on-one coaching with me, and let's map out your reconstruction. I want you to remember, the best revenge isn't your continued bitterness. It's a brilliant life.
Where the spirit never dies. They built their walls high, thought they had us contained, but the spirit inside us, it can't be restrained. We break every chain, shatter every mold, a new generation. Stories untold, feel the rhythm in your chest, let it fuel your might. Ignite the revolution with all of your light.